John Rawls, a luminary born at the break of the 20th century, deeply influenced the world's political and ethical discourse with his unparalleled theory of justice. Rawls's journey in the field of philosophy began at Princeton University, where he graduated in 1943, after which he served in the military during World War II. This experience had a profound influence on his philosophical thoughts, leading him to further his studies at Cornell University and later at Oxford University. His crowning achievement, The Theory of Justice, released in 1971, was a testament to his lifelong dedication to philosophy and ethics. This theory, though intrinsically complex, was perfectly encapsulated in a succinct phrase coined by Rawls himself: justice as fairness. This phrase conveys the essence of his belief that justice is not about equal division, but about fair opportunities. Rawls' proposition was simple, yet it encapsulated a level of complexity that challenged the conventional understanding of justice and equity. His theory wasn't about everyone receiving an identical share of resources, rather, it was an exploration of how to establish a society where the rules favor no one, where every individual has a fair opportunity to thrive. Beyond the theory of justice, Rawls also penned several influential works, including Political Liberalism and The Law of Peoples. His thoughts, revolutionary in their time, continue to ignite debates and spark discussions among scholars and policymakers worldwide, reflecting the enduring relevance of his discourse. His extensive contributions in the realm of philosophy continue to shape contemporary thoughts about equity and the distribution of resources. His approach to fairness was groundbreaking, a fresh perspective on societal justice. Right from the start, his intent was to create a society where the rules are fair for everyone. John Rawls, with his profound theories and influential works, undeniably etched his name in the annals of philosophical history. Picture a group of people preparing to engage in a playful contest. They cluster together, their gazes twinkling with eagerness. However, prior to making their first move, they're shrouded by an abstract notion that philosopher John Rawls refers to as the veil of ignorance. This is no ordinary shroud. Think of it as an invisible cloak from a Harry Potter novel, rendering invisible not just the wearer's physical presence, but also their unique attributes, creating an equal ground for all. Consider standing in their place, trapped in a dimension where your individuality is stripped away. Everything that defines you, your abilities, your distinct traits, your gender often employed by society for classification, and your social standing, that silent arbitrator of rights, all these are concealed. You're left in a state of unawareness about yourself, akin to a formidable soldier suddenly rendered weaponless. However, in this void, they aren't entirely adrift. They're armed with the essence of human psychology, comprehending the functioning of the human mind, its fluctuations, and how behaviors are formed. Imagine them as detectives with basic knowledge about human nature but stripped of personal biases and prejudices. Furthermore, they are conscious of the fundamental laws of nature, the immovable truths about existence and the universe around them. From this unbiased standpoint, free from preconceived notions and stereotypes, they're assigned the responsibility of formulating the rules of the game. Why impose this veil, you might question? The response lies in its inherent, much like a jigsaw puzzle that looks haphazard but fits together perfectly to create a beautiful image. It's an ingenious method to foster fairness, equality, and neutrality. When you don't know your part in the game, when the mist of uncertainty obscures your future positions, much like a judge who doesn't know which side they're on, you're likely to ensure the rules do not favor any specific group. You'd aim to create an equitable platform, guaranteeing each player gets a fair chance. This is the first segment of Rawls's theory. The second part of Rawls's theory delves into the allocation of resources in a society, laying out two critical principles of justice, each having profound implications for real-world scenarios. His first principle, often called the principle of equal basic liberties, asserts that every person, irrespective of their social or economic status, should have an equal entitlement to the broadest range of fundamental liberties. These liberties, encompassing freedom of speech, assembly, thought, conscience, and property ownership, should be harmonious with similar freedoms for all individuals. In essence, this principle promotes a society where everyone's right to express their views, gather, think, believe, and own property is safeguarded. This is demonstrated in democratic societies today, where such rights are constitutionally protected and upheld. These liberties, Rawls argues, must be distributed evenly and justly among all members of society, ensuring no one is at a disadvantage. This balance fosters a society that is fair and just. His emphasis lies in assuring these basic rights are not compromised for anyone, even when chasing social or economic benefits. This principle can be observed in progressive taxation systems, where those with greater financial capacity bear a higher tax burden to alleviate economic disparities. Rawls's second principle, the famous difference principle, revolves around the concept that social and economic inequalities, which are inevitable in any society, should be arranged in a manner that favors the least privileged members. This principle underscores that if wealth and power differences exist, they should serve to benefit those at the bottom rungs of society. Real-world implementation of this principle can be seen in welfare programs and social safety nets that aim to improve the lives of the less fortunate. Thus, Rawls's principles of justice serve as a guide for constructing a society that is both fair and mindful of its most vulnerable. In summary, John Rawls's theory of justice revolves around the creation of a society where rules are impartial to everyone, and any social and economic disparities are organized in a way that is advantageous for the underprivileged. This compelling theory calls us to reassess our comprehension of justice and fairness. It challenges us to reconsider how we envision our societal system if we were ignorant of our ultimate position within it. Rawls's theory isn't just a mere philosophical proposition, but a transformative tool that could greatly impact our societal perspectives. The cornerstone of his theory, the veil of ignorance, resonates as a poignant reminder that our endeavors to construct a truly equitable society must take into account the needs and rights of every individual, not merely those who are already privileged. This principle guides us to contemplate our society from a neutral, unbiased viewpoint, thereby ensuring a fair distribution of opportunities and resources. It's a powerful assertion that mandates us to extend our empathy and grasp towards those less privileged than ourselves. However, Rawls's theory is not without its critics. Some argue that it is too idealistic, it doesn't take into account the realities of human nature and the complexities of societal structures. Others suggest that it overlooks the inherent diversity and differences among individuals, thus undermining the unique needs and aspirations of various groups. Despite these criticisms, the impact of Rawls's theory on modern political philosophy is profound. It has significantly influenced the way we understand and discuss issues of justice, equality, and human rights, paving the way for more nuanced and equitable public policies. It has also triggered a multitude of debates, sparking conversations that have deepened our understanding of these complex social issues. So, the next time you find yourself in a debate about justice or fairness, remember not just the veil of ignorance and Rawls's principles of justice, but also the criticisms, the substantial impact his theory has had on modern political thought. This journey of introspection might just revolutionize the way you perceive the world.